Hey everyone, Carlo here. Welcome to my dedicated YouTube channel on watches. To those who don't know, I have a primary channel which is all about sneakers. That's why you see a lot of shoes behind me, as well as gadgets. I will link down below to that channel. That one has over 700,000 subscribers. If you like gadgets and kicks, check that channel out. Give it a subscribe. But for this channel, it's all about watches. Please do take note that I'm not like a super watch expert. I'm more of a watch hobbyist or an enthusiast. And this is just me chronicling my journey with my passion or with my love or with my newfound love for watches. And for today's episode, I have a very special watch. This is the Seiko Captain Willard in blue. So this is the newest version that came out this November. We have it with us on hand. I will be unboxing it, checking it out, putting it on wrist, and sharing with you guys my thoughts. Let's go. Okay, so let's get to the unboxing. This is the SPB183J1, a modern interpretation of the 6105, which is also known as the Captain Willard watch. And I actually have that on wrist right now. This is a vintage 6105, new old stock. I did actually a review of this and an unboxing. I will link it down below. This watch became super popular because it was worn by Martin Sheen in the movie Apocalypse Now. So it got a massive cult following, and now Seiko is cashing in on that with new models or new colors and interpretations of the piece. There was actually a black one and a green one that came out earlier this year. This is the newest limited edition version in blue, which is actually numbered. We'll talk about that in a bit. Anyway, it comes in this black box. Says over here, Seiko Divers Watch 55th year anniversary. Seiko. Pop it open. You have the Prospects limited edition label. You have the usual manual. We have a receipt. We have a warranty card. We have the foam over here, and then bam, this is the watch. Now, as you guys can see, I have the blue bracelet, the blue strap on it right now, but there is a steel bracelet that's actually default. So if you buy it, this is the one installed, and this is the one over here. But I wanted it actually on the blue strap versus the bracelet because I just have so many watches with bracelets and I wanted something different. So here's a closer look at the piece. So you have that same pillow-like case, which made the Willard so comfortable to wear, which made it such a fantastic piece to beat up on a daily basis. So if you compare both of them, they relatively have the same shape, the same look. The only difference would be the color and the styling of the strap. However, from what I read, the newer models, including this one, should be like 1 millimeter smaller in diameter compared to this one, but it's really kind of hard to tell. Now, the features or why you would want to get this watch. Number one, obviously, is the heritage of the Captain Willard. If you are a fan of the line, if you are a fan of the piece, then you might want to add this to your collection. Number two is, of course, the color. Blue is all the rage these days now. So if you want a blue Seiko watch that's inspired by a really good one, then this might be something you might want to consider as well. And lastly, of course, you have the modern day technology of Seiko, including the SR35 movement, which gives you already a 70-hour power reserve. Now, if we take a closer look at the piece, you have some sort of like mini sunburst deep blue dial, and then you have that yellow hand and that red dot, which is a staple with Captain Willard watches. Of course, you have the aluminum bezel over here, which kind of moves nice, but it's not as ratchety. It's not as crunchy. For example, if you actually use the OG, you kind of hear it really loudly. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or it's a bad thing, but it just feels so much nicer, or it hears so much nicer, sounds so much nicer compared to the newer models. This one's kind of too soft, too smooth. This one is like crunchy AF. Now, another thing that I noticed is that for a limited edition, they probably should have signed the crown because it's just a bland, blank crown. If you take a look at the original, it actually has something written like lock, but they could have probably written on either that or some sort of signature to make it stand out a little bit more, especially since this is a numbered piece as opposed to the blue and black ones that came out recently. So how is this on wrist? So let's set this one aside first, man. Really stunning. But anyway, so again, we have it on the blue strap. And the great thing about this one is that it is just 13.2 millimeter thick. And the diameter is perfect, especially I think since they made it a little bit smaller. So more people across different wrist size will enjoy it more. I have an 8-inch wrist, so it's kind of big, but this one wears really well on it. Here you guys have it, the top shot. You have the watch sitting comfortably at the top of my wrist, and I do have to say that it wears really nice. And I love the blue dial, I love the blue bezel, matches with that really sleek blue strap, and it just looks great. So it's a great all-around watch, nice heritage, nice story behind it. Limited edition, it is numbered, again 5,500 pieces around the world. And lastly, it does get the latest technology of Seiko, including the movement as well as the sapphire glass. By the way, I forgot to show you guys the case back. So if you remove the watch, if you take a look at the back, you have that wave logo over here, actually kind of like 3D thing going on, and you do have the number of the piece written down here. So it says over there just below the Prospex logo, 1120 out of 5,500. So it is 5,500 pieces worldwide, and I do have 1120. By the way, as you guys can see, also says other details of the watch: stainless steel, sapphire crystal, which is scratch resistant, and of course, being a diverse watch, this is 200 meters water resistant. And again, limited edition blue piece of the Captain Willard. Now, the big question is who should buy it, or if you should buy it. Now, the big thing about this one is that it is kind of expensive compared to the other Captain Willard watches. So it sells for almost 60,000 pesos here in the Philippines. That's, or around 65 sometimes even. So that's roughly 1,400 US dollars. So it is more expensive compared to the blue and the black version that came out. And if you ask me, people who should buy this are people who really just love the Captain Willard watch and they want to expand their collection. If it's like their signature watch, now they have options. They probably started with the original, the one that we have here. They probably came out with the limited edition version that came out like a couple of years ago. They probably got the black one and the green one. And if you just want to complete the entire set, and if you want to have like a different color, then you want to go with this one. However, if you are just starting with the Captain Willard line, again, you might want to take a look at the black version that came out earlier this year, or the green one, as they're a little bit more affordable. And then just get to this when you guys are really hooked deep into the Captain Willard line of watches from Seiko. Now, if you want to pick one up, you might want to check out At Tokyo. That's the shop where I decided to buy this piece. I got it from the second floor podium branch, one of my favorite branches of At Tokyo. So guys, check it out. This is the Captain Willard Seiko watch in blue. You also might want to check out the one in green as well as in black. And before we wrap up the vlog, I just want to let you guys know that there are a lot of relief and rehabilitation efforts happening here in the Philippines. We were hit with a very bad storm, and a lot of areas here in the Philippines were devastated by the storm. So if you want to help out, if you want to donate, if you want to be part of rebuilding certain parts of the Philippines that were hit badly by the storm, I will list down like organizations that you guys can donate to down below in the description box. Would really appreciate it if you guys pitch in and help rebuild the areas that were devastated by the typhoon. And with that said, this is Carlo signing out. I hope you guys are all fine. I hope you guys are all okay. Peace. God bless. What's up? Boom.